When was the first time you came to the Philippines?
I've been living here for 20 years.
A lot of things have changed here.
Girls are pretty, everybody.
Oh, and watch your money.
Hi, what's your name?
Mac Lewis,
Where are you from?
California.
What brings you down here to the Philippines?
I've been living here for 20 years, or 22. Anyway, I'm just fed up with the wokeness and telling everybody they're prejudiced
Yeah.
and the stealing in the stores, constant stealing, everything. And here, very peaceful. Everybody honors each other.
Yeah.
They even give me a respect every time they say good morning. So I'm staying here.
Okay, you've been here 22 years. What is the biggest change you noticed since when you first came here and now?
Well, when I came here, it was the Hogue where I live was very sparse, but now it's a booming city now.
Yeah.
It's got everything you need, and I love it here.
Okay, if you don't mind me asking a quick question, how much is your monthly budget?
Oh, maybe I own my own condo, so
Okay.
so I'm probably $600 or $800 a month.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time. I
you.
appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
My name's Greg.
Where are you from?
I'm from Talamban, Cebu City.
Oh, Cebu City. How long have you been here?
This time I've been here over a year, but I lived here before. My wife and I went back to States for 9 years, and now we're retired.
Is your wife Filipina?
Yes, she is.
When was the first time you came to the Philippines?
1970.
1970. My goodness.
Military.
The military. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the biggest difference or change you've seen over the past years?
More modern over past years.
Or just like from the first time you were here?
Much more modern, of course.
Yeah.
More people. Yeah, the infrastructure's a lot better, believe it or not.
Yeah.
People are still nice.
Of course. And one last thing, what's the biggest advice you can give someone that's never been to the Philippines? What is your advice to them?
Well, if you plan on moving here, what I would definitely recommend that you come and visit. Spend some time here. Don't make any rash decisions before you leave.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys, they come here and it's totally different than what they think, and
And they commit too quick, maybe, right?
commit to what could be a girl, it could be buying something with a girl. Just take your time. That's all I can say. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name's Oscar.
Where are you from?
I'm from Holland, Netherlands.
What are you doing here in the Philippines?
So I have a little bit of holiday on my I've been living in Bali, Indonesia, and now I'm here in Cebu for 2 months, just chilling, enjoying the city life, you know. Yeah, and then after 2 months I go back to Bali.
And what do you think of the Philippines so far?
I love Philippines. It's one of my favorite countries in Asia. People are super friendly. Girls are pretty. Everybody speaks well English. Very beautiful. I haven't even seen a lot. I came maybe 3-4 times now, but yeah, there's still so much to discover.
I was going to ask you if this is your first time. When was the first time you came to the Philippines?
Must have been maybe like 10 years ago, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah, going on a surf trip. Siargao.
I was going to say Siargao is the place to be apparently for surfing, right?
Yeah, yeah. Siargao is very, very beautiful for surfing. Still a little bit untouched, getting a little bit more touristy now. But yeah, 10 years ago it was perfect. Now I think we had the hurricane and it's starting to come up back again. But yeah, I might go there this time around. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any big changes aside from it becoming more touristy from 10 years ago until now that you noticed in the Philippines? What has changed?
I couldn't really tell you. I've got an opinion. I'm not sure if it's true, but I think you can really see. But it's everywhere in the world that COVID really had a great impact on people, how they live, how they behave, right? Social interactions. So I think we need to get used to it, learn to get social again.
Yeah.
But in terms of tourism, yeah, I couldn't really tell that much. I'm glad it's picking up. Everything back again, people getting jobs again, people making money again from tourism, and not just the big corporations, but also the common man, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're going in the right direction.
Okay, and you mentioned the pretty girls earlier. Have you dated any Filipinas here at all?
Not this time around. Before, yes, but
It's been a week, man. You gotta
it's been
get
a
going.
week. No, I had so much things to do, but yeah, I'm sure we'll go on some dates online or or to clubs or
Yeah.
whatever, or here do some day game or
I was
whatever.
gonna say,
right?
if you
Yeah.
approach them in person, because they're very approachable here, I find a woman.
Right.
Yeah. okay.
Yeah. No, for sure. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it too. But yeah, first I need to, get settled.
Yeah.
Everything needs to be. We had a big earthquake. I don't know. If
I
you
know, last
this,
night, right?
last
Yeah,
night.
I ran
so
down.
there's just a lot of things happening at the time. They're like, okay, let's first get all my things settled in order and then go on dates. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Tor
And where are you from?
from Norway.
What brings you down here all the way to the Philippines?
Because of two reasons. One, for the winter time in Norway,
Mhm.
and the other reason is that I'm married to a Filipina.
Oh, how long have you been married?
We have been married since 1998.
Hey, congratulations. It's a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah,
Okay, and when was the first time you came to the Philippines?
it was 1998.
Okay, a long time ago. What has changed since then?
Oh, a lot of things have changed here.
Mhm.
Almost everything.
Yeah.
Has been a very development, and the prices increasing
Yeah.
every year.
Okay.
So it's not so cheap for a foreigner coming here.
Okay. Are you living in Cebu City or in the province somewhere?
We are living. We have a condo here
Okay.
in Soldinea. It's
Mhm.
close to the
Mall,
Ayala
yeah.
Mall.
Okay, so what's the difference? Have you ever lived in the province before or always in the city?
No, actually, we started living in a small city where my wife is coming from. In Toledo, is on the other side of this island.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understand.
And we are also for some years. We bought a house in a subdivision. Is 1 hour from the city,
Yeah.
but we sold it for 3 years ago, and now we bought the condo.
Do you have any advice for someone wanting to marry a Filipina? Yours is successful, of course, but what do you think other people should do?
Yeah, I'm not so sure
Yeah.
because the culture is quite different from Europe to the Philippines. But they are very, very kind and nice people.
Mhm.
But don't interrupt too much in business. That's my advice. And keep out of business and just relax and have a happy days here.
Speaking of business, are you expected to support your wife's family financially?
Yeah, in some extent, yes.
Mhm.
Because my family is quite poor, so we have to support them. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's something many foreigners wonder. Is it expected of us to help the family? Should we not? So any information is good to hear. Yeah.
Yeah, because they are coming for a very poor site in the Philippines,
Mhm.
so they need some support, and I try my best.
Naturally. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Okay, nice.
Hi, what's your name?
My name's Queen.
Where are you from?
I was born in the Philippines, but I currently live in the U.S.
And what are you doing here this time? Just living here for school or just permanently or?
So I'm in Cebu to visit, but I'm gonna be based in Manila for a while because I'm doing research.
Okay. Are you in school? Are you working?
Yeah, I'm on my last year of university.
Okay. I'm not sure if I asked you. How old are you?
21.
You speak so well. I'm just trying to shoot questions at you like nonstop. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. And what do you like the most about the Philippines? What are some of your favorite things?
I love how friendly the people are.
Mhm.
If you ask anyone anything, they're so excited to talk to you, and they're just kind. They like to talk to you.
Yeah, definitely. Any dislikes? Something that could be improved or better, maybe?
The traffic. Traffic makes me want to throw up.
Yeah.
Sitting in traffic, it can be a 20-minute car ride in terms of distance, but it'll be a 2-hour car ride because the traffic is really bad.
Yeah. What's worse, Cebu traffic or Manila traffic?
Manila traffic.
It's worse, right?
Undeniably Manila traffic. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever like traveled to some of the islands in Cebu, visited some
Yeah.
places?
Oh, not the islands in Cebu, but I've traveled to Siargao, Boracay, and I really want to travel to El Nido next.
Any advice for someone that's never been here to the Philippines? What would you tell them?
Be brave and be willing to try everything, because the Philippines, so if you're a foreigner, as long as you speak English, I think you'll be fine here.
Yeah.
Everyone speaks English. Oh, and watch your money. The exchange rate isn't as good as you think that it is here.
Yes, it's not as cheap as some people make it seem to be, right?
No, it's exactly the same prices, but you don't know because you think, so I'm from America, and I think that, oh, the exchange rate is $1 to 55 pesos.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's still like $10, $20, even though it's 1,000 pesos.
Yeah, like for example, that can of Coke is probably what, 55 or 60?
Right, so it's $1.
It's the same thing,
Same
right?
thing.
So even though the value is higher, you get the same
Exactly.
amount for your money.
Exactly.
Okay. And when was the first time you came to the Philippines?
I was
You were born here, right? But do you
so I
remember
speak Tagalog.
anything? You speak Tagalog.
Well,
Prove it. Tell us something.
I understand Tagalog.
I put you on the spot, right? Let's give you a simple sentence, a greeting, something like that.
Mabuhay. Dito ako sa Pilipinas, and magandang yung araw.
Okay, all right. You called my bluff. I thought you didn't know it, but okay. That's pretty cool. Awesome. And now, so what's like the earliest memory? Like, I'm trying to figure out if the Philippines has changed. You know, a lot of people saying, you know, it's becoming more westernized or it's changed. Would you agree that the Philippines changed over the years?
I think there's a two-part answer to that question. In terms of whether or not things have changed, I don't necessarily think so. I think it became more industrialized.
Okay.
In terms of westernization, I think the Philippines has always been westernized because it was colonized by the US in the 1900s. So it always had that American Western influence to it.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of all the changes these people have seen in the Philippines in the past few years. Now, for me personally, I haven't been in the Philippines for that long. I've been in and out of the country for the past 4 years. And although I may have not seen like a drastic change in a lot of things, I have noticed some changes. For example, as I've mentioned before on this channel, a lot of development going on. Like I know the bridge just finished in Cebu City, a lot of like malls going up and condos and stuff like that. I mean, that's kind of obvious, but some changes that maybe are not so noticeable are things like the Sinulog Festival that was just moved away from the city to reduce traffic. So they're really starting to think about these things, making some of these streets one way to ensure the traffic flows a little bit better. I just feel like Cebu has a lot of ambition, especially the mayor. He thinks that this is going to be the next Singapore. Now, let's be honest, they're very far away from that, but it's good to be thinking that big and that grand and be that ambitious. A lot of people are pouring like money into the projects and development into the Philippines. I know like Starlink just came to the Philippines to improve the internet, and all these things are happening, and a lot of things that I personally don't know, to be honest. So if you know of some major changes that happened in Cebu or the Philippines as a whole in the past 10-15 years, if you've been living here a long time, please leave in the comment section. If you take the time to write it, I take the time to respond. Whether you're a foreigner or a Filipino, change is not always easy to accept. Let's admit, whether you're young or you're old, whether you're switching schools, moving countries, life changes whether you accept it or not. And if you don't change with the time or adapt, you're gonna get left behind. So I know there's a lot of people that get really negative or angry that things are happening too fast, the change is happening in their area, maybe in the city's growing too fast, but you gotta think about the locals and all the business that benefit from tourism and just place getting more modernized, right? So yeah, I mean, maybe it's not fast enough for some people, but this is still like a developing country, so you got to keep that in mind. I know there's a lot of different thoughts when it comes to like the Philippines, especially from foreigners' perspectives, but for me personally, I love this place. And if you're new to the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.